So Fullerton down to their final 6 outs here in the Judy Garmin Classic as Jesse Alcala steps in and looks at strike one on the outer half. Just 4 hits for Fullerton and unable to do much of anything. They had their best opportunity last inning with bases loaded and 1 out. And the meat of their order coming up, and we're only able to muster 1 run on a fielder's choice. And quickly an 0-2 count to Jesse Alcala. 0 for 2 today with the strikeout in her last at-bat.
So 4 hits apiece for both these two squads, and the big difference, what I see, is the walks. 5 walks issued by Fullerton as opposed to just 2 by Weber State.
5 walks and an error. Those are the blemishes on the record for Fullerton today, as they're still trying to find their way here in the early part of the season. Luckily for them, it's non-conference play. Here's the 0-2. Hit sharply to the right side, just past the glove of McHouston, and it's a base hit to lead things off.
So after 4 innings of not having a leadoff runner, twice they get it, and we all seen what happened last inning, the best chance for the Fullerton Titans. So they're trying to kind of have that luck once more.
Yeah, another chance here to build something and get things going here in the 6th inning. They don't want to do it with their backs against the wall in the 7th. Laced into right center field. Jesse Alcala rounds second and will stand up into third base. And it's back-to-back base hits for Fullerton and a runner on first and third.
And it's so far, it seems like that momentum from last inning is carrying over. Runners on first and third, no out still. Fullerton's now posing a threat.
Bailey Wallace comes up. She had a base hit in her last at-bat, came around to score. As Alyssa Hernandez does her part and gets it to the next person.
Left fielder, number 34, Bailey Wallace.
So some strategy as Lauren Ho steps out from behind home plate. Gets the signs to her infield on how to cover this. This is a perfect situation for first and third play with Alyssa Hernandez on first. She could run down to second, try and get caught in a rundown and allow the runner to score.
And you're going to see the infield is in here, and that's to protect that run.
Yeah, really focused on the run, and interesting to not have the middle infield at double play depth. In a 3-run game, you'd kind of think that you'd be willing to give up that 1 run in exchange for 2 outs, but the way that they're playing it right now, they're looking to cut down the runner at the plate.
Yeah, it's super safe play by this defense of Weber State.
Outfield is playing shallow as well for Bailey Wallace. Lifts it foul out of play, 1-2.
There's a nice catch out there by a fan. Top of the concourse.
Some highlight reels from outside the lines. Here's the 1-2. Laced to the left side and into the glove of Chloe Camarero. Look what I found.
That was a great play by Camarero, and from our perspective, we were able to see that bright yellow ball almost popped out the glove, and Camarero did a good job just keeping it gloved and saved the run there.
Jesse Alcala would have easily came in to score.
Number 2, Alexa Neal.
But it's the first out here in the 6th as Alexa Neal steps in.
It's dog corner, Keenan.
Oh, for rather 2 walks today for Alexa Neal. Off speed is in there for a strike. Infield still playing in, looking to cut down the runner at the plate. Here's the 0-1, misses away. 1-1. Alexa Neal, 5 hits this weekend. 3 for 3 against Fresno State for a season high 3 hits. Hit up the middle, just off the glove of the diving Donahue, and coming in to score is Jesse Alcala. It's now a 4-2 game.
And that's another con about having your infield move in, is that they don't have all the time to react to a ball like that, especially with a ball with a lot of velocity. It made it hard for Donahue over there at short.
Had Donahue been playing at normal depth or double play depth, that would have been tailor-made for a 6-4-3 to end the inning. Instead, it's runner on first and second with 1 out, and it's a 4-2 game. So it'll be Evelyn Sablon, the junior, coming in to pinch hit.
Your attention, please. Pitch hitting for the Titans, number 4, Evelyn Sablon.
Sablon looks at the first pitch away, 1-0. Junior out of Long Beach Poly. Hitting 167 this season and just 6 at-bats. As she looks at the pitch away. First at-bat of the weekend for Sablon. She saw some time defensively against Utah on Friday night. And now comes up in a big moment against Weber State. Squared to bunt, and it ended up pulling back, and it's a strike.
Yeah, it seemed like she kind of changed her mind mid-pitch, because typically if you see a bunt, they kind of have it already ready.
Right.
This time she went as the pitch was thrown in, and then she still pulled it back.
Mariah Ramirez delivers, and it's laced into left center field. It's going to get down. 1 run will come across, maybe 2. Coming around, the throw to the plate is not in time, and Fullerton has tied it.
And we talked about it, we were alluding to it all game, was that this Fullerton team, working from behind, they've done it before. It makes it difficult, but they've done it before, and here we are again, cricket number in the 6th.
Evelyn Sablon comes off the bench with a 2 RBI double and ties things up.
And coming in as a pinch hitter is always going to make it more difficult, because you're fresh off the bench, haven't had your practice swings in, and your body is still a little bit, you're a little cold. But she came in, had a great approach, great at bat, and she got these Titans right back in it.
The 9th and 10th RBI of Evelyn Sablon's career here at Fullerton, and her 2nd hit of the season comes in a very clutch moment here in the 6th inning. We're going to have a pitching change for Weber State, as that'll do it for Mariah Ramirez. We will have who is coming on next in the circle for the Wildcats right after this. Megan Delgadillo will lead things off as the pitching change brings on the junior, Amanda Sink. Four runs across against Mariah Ramirez here in the 5th and 6th innings. The pinch hit double by Evelyn Sablon. Amanda Sink, the 2021 first team all-conference selection. Misses away, and it's a 3-0 count to the leadoff hitter, Megan Delgadillo.
And it's going to be a bit of a different approach here for these Fullerton hitters, because looking at Sink and these first 3 pitches, she comes in with a little bit more velocity than Ramirez.
Sink making her first appearance of the series, of the weekend rather, as she misses on 4 straight. So it's a runner on first and second with 1 out, and Hannah Becerra coming to the dish.
And remember, last inning, Becerra came in with another golden opportunity. With the bases loaded, she got hit by the pitch. So she took that RBI. And they do have a base to put her on. So more than likely, I'm assuming that Weber State might talk about working around her and not giving her anything in the zone.
Looking to get her to roll into a double play, perhaps. Reach on something. She is very disciplined at the plate. That's something that Kelly Ford talked about. She said that she wishes she was a little bit better, and that's something that she'll develop as she continues in her time here at Fullerton. Just a sophomore, but 16 walks this season here through 18 games. So very disciplined at the dish, plus teams pitching around her. First pitch in there for a strike.
And the fact that Kelly Ford says that there's still more for Becerra to learn and grow on goes to show how great of a player she's going to be when she finishes her time here.
Laced into right center field, over the head of Whiting. Evelyn Sablon, and oh no, Fullerton's going to have 2 runners out there in the same spot. It's a double. Hannah Becerra going back to first. It looks like everyone's going to be safe, but it's an RBI single. Megan Delgadillo was running on contact. Evelyn Sablon was rightfully holding up halfway, waiting to see if the ball got over Casey Whiting's head. It did, and Sablon comes around to score from second. So it's 5-4 Fullerton in an explosive sixth inning.
I don't know what to talk about first, the base running or the hit, but let's talk about the hit. Going the other way, Becerra finds a nice over right fielder, McHouston, and it was a good hit. That was going to be a double initially. It seemed to be Megan Delgadillo, who got stranded in between second and third, and as we've seen, that base running blunder, but it didn't cost the Titans. And that's one unfortunate thing. They're still in business, and now they have the lead.
It didn't cost the Titans, and now it'll cause a pitching change in the circle for Weber State. So someone new in the circle is Brick Hatfield. The sophomore steps in and inherits a difficult situation for Weber State as they've blown a 4-0 lead in the last 2 innings. Hatfield, the sophomore from Upland, California. And she faces Deja Hill, the 8th hitter in this inning for Fullerton. Just her second appearance of the season. Her first one came against UCLA earlier this weekend, going 2 2/3, giving up 4. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1.
And we talked about it all along. Keenan, that cricket number that Fullerton is hoping to put on. And it seems like we might get it here and add on to this lead.
Just missing inside. 2-1 count. So after a start to the game where Fullerton struggled to get hits, already 5 here in the 6th inning. In there for a strike. 2-2. Mariah Ramirez came in and started this inning. Came on in relief after Arissa Henderson got into a bases-loaded 1-out jam. And the count runs full for Deja Hill. Can never count these Titans out of a game. Laced down the left field line and just foul, but she hit that really well.
She hit it really hard there. And I blinked. By the time I look up, the ball's already at the fence. Now, this Titans team they do a good job of not necessarily chipping away, but coming back when they need to, and they make it interesting. They always make it interesting, and in the latter 2 or 3 innings, they'll get close.
Here's a full count pitch, misses in the dirt, ball 4. And so Deja Hill takes her base. And it's bases loaded with 1 out for Daisy Munoz.
Daisy Munoz.
And you really want to think about, what if Fullerton played like this earlier in the game? But it seems like they really struggle against these starting pitchers. Once they get through the lineup a couple of times, they start feasting and getting to the bullpen, as that one misses away.
And that's been a trend for these Titans, is getting that starting pitcher out of the game and just chipping away at whoever else comes in.
So a 1-0 count for Daisy Munoz in there for a strike. Megan Delgadillo on third, Hannah Becerra on second, and on first is Deja Hill after that walk. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Hatfield. Hit into the second base hole, and diving stop there by Faith Ho to toss over to first for the second out of the inning, but another run comes across. Megan Delgadillo scores, and it's the 5th of the inning.
Faith holding a good job there of protecting another run from coming in, because if she doesn't glove that ball, it's going to right field. And Becerra, as we've seen this week, has some wheels, and you know she would have been steaming down, rounding third, heading home.
So an RBI for Daisy Munoz, and the 10th hitter of the inning is Jessie Alcala coming to the plate. The off-speed pitch in the dirt, and Hannah Becerra comes in to score. So a wild pitch and another free gift for Fullerton. And it's a 7-4 lead.
And the tables have turned here, definitely.
Deja Hill advances to third on the wild pitch. Jessie Alcala here with 2 outs. Takes a strike at the knees. And it's a 1-1 count. Alcala started the inning off with a base hit and ended up coming around to score for the second run of the game. Hits this softly into the 5-6 hole. Long throw across the diamond. Not in time from Donahue. Fullerton adds another as Deja Hill comes in to score. A 7-run 6th inning for the Titans.
And just good piece of hitting, scattering the ball from left field to right field.
For the second run of the game,
infield.
it's this.
The Titans have been making the most of their opportunities here.
Alyssa Hernandez comes up. She had an infield single earlier in the inning. So we talk about these offensive explosions. We saw a small one yesterday with getting a few runs across against Seattle, but on Thursday against Kansas, Fullerton did the exact same thing. After going down 6 runs in the 6th inning, they came out and plated 9. This time they put 7 across, and it's an 8-4 game.
And if you're Fullerton, you got to feel comfortable with that 4-run lead now, especially going into the top half of the 7th.
A throw down to second. Good throw, and bounces right there for the tag. Faith Ho makes it and ends the inning. 7 across for Fullerton as they flip the script on this game. It's an 8-4 lead as we head to the 7th here from Fullerton.